AskReddit by Jetsetter Jack. What is something that disappeared after the pandemic? Deleted. Reasonably priced anything. A couple of locally owned restaurants I enjoyed in my town didn't survive COVID. RIP the one Indian food place within 100 miles. Probably the worst part for me too. Great place is gone yet the shitty one's still here. Places open late. I'm so sick of things closing at 8 PM. Some of us don't work 9-5. It doesn't work for 9-5 theirs either. I swear to God I'm not sure how I'm supposed to manage to get off at 5/5:30, immediately get the dog walked and fed, try to find 15-30 minutes to just decompress for a moment, then rush out only to accomplish maybe one errand before the shops close. And if I'm too hungry to wait to eat dinner, forget it. I don't know who shop hours are for, but it's 100% not 9-5 theirs as the majority of their hours are during that time. I don't know how the hell parents do it all. Most stores not doing 24 hours anymore. So many gyms closed. The hours at fast food places change depending if they have staff now. I love the irony of how half of the 24-hour fitnesses in my city close before midnight. Housekeeping at hotels. The hotel I just stayed at offered a free drink dessert at their restaurant if you opted out of housekeeping. Best deal ever. My friend group. Deleted. 24-hour Walmart. And things in general being open late. Pre-pandemic most fast food was open till midnight or 1 AM. Now everything closes at 9. McDonald's all-day breakfast and salads. Ex-employee from McDonald's. They were planning on stopping all-day breakfast for a long time, they just used the pandemic for an excuse. There were two main reasons I was told for this. 1. They were wasting a lot of food because not a lot people ordered breakfast at night. 2. Most people ate breakfast inside, and with the pandemic, that decreased the target audience of McDonald's. My outgoingness. I think the lack of interacting face to face with people has made me a lot more introverted. Mine had gotten a weird twist to it. I can socialize on a surface level brilliantly now, but I get social anxiety when it goes beyond that. Unless it's someone I've known for decades, that is. Me eating at a restaurant. Pre-pandemic it was easy to get a meal for $10. Now that same meal costs $20 or more with the tip also doubling. The hell if I'm going to waste that amount of money. Even fast food is twice as much. Some McDonald's meals are over $10 now. The soldier on. Go to work even if you're sick for the good of the business mentality that a lot of managers actively encouraged. My workplace now sends out health and safety emails reminding people not to come to work if they're sick even if they don't have COVID. They should stay home and either rest or WFH if they feel well enough. Then there's jobs that don't have sick pay, so you either show up or don't pay your rent. About 75% of public transportation. So many services cut on the grounds that nobody was using them, because we were in lockdowns, that have not resumed even after most people have been dragged back to their physical workplace. That's weird. It's the opposite where I am. Buses not only restarted, but became a free service through at least the end of 2022. Edit. This is Connecticut, statewide. My good excuse for overindulging my introversion. It was our time to shine. My favorite Italian restaurant. It was a small family-run restaurant, run by a lovely Italian couple. They immigrated from Italy and set up shop here in the US. They made the best Italian food in town. They had that restaurant for more than 20 years. It was our family's go-to restaurant growing up. We knew them. Then covered it and they had to shut down. COVID hit small businesses hard. Free samples at grocery stores. Safeway was handing out wine samples this week. It's making a comeback. Supplementation sweet tomatoes. This one hurts so bad. At the time my 8-year-old was really getting his buffet feet under himself and absolutely loved sweet tomatoes. He could get his endless mac and cheese along with chocolate mousse, and mom and dad could take the healthy approach and make ourselves 6,000 calorie salads. Those were the days. Spatial awareness. I swear when I go to a busy store these days, it's nearly impossible to get around people to look at anything. Or they just stand in the middle of the aisle. Dumb people who block up the aisles and walk super slow right in the middle are 99% of the reason we order groceries to our doorstep now. I don't know how people shop so leisurely. I want out of there ASAP. Physical restaurant menus. I am inclined to believe one of the reasons they are moving away from physical menus to online is that it makes it easier to raise prices. No more having to reprint menus and the public won't notice the price changes usually. I honestly don't remember if it was like that before too, but people seem more patient and tolerant before lockdowns. Agreed. Including myself. I find myself getting angry at stupid shit and just having zero time for anyone that I think is doing or being stupid. It's exhausting and really not productive. So I finally decided to see a therapist about it. Dating. I struggle to connect with strangers post-pandemic. Everyone just feels off. I struggle to connect with anyone now, it seems. All my relationships are very surface level. Nowadays a free day off no one could FCK with, and now it's gone forever. Jobs, schools, everything can now be remote. A tragic whole generation of school kids are going to grow up never knowing the joy of no school on a snow day. They can try. If it snows here, me and the kids will be out in it. School be damned. My paycheck. Traffic. At the beginning. It was bliss. Deleted. Kids' social skills. The freshmen coming into my student society for the past 2 summers behave like a bunch of 16-year-olds while they are 18-19 years old on average. This is not just me getting older. I'm an eternal student, so I've seen plenty of freshman groups come in over the years, and there's definitely something different about these kids from the past 2 summers. I've heard 2 unrelated teachers from different school districts say that all of the kids were not only held back academically, but also mentally. Imagine trying to teach 3rd grade but all of the students act like 1st graders. In my neighborhood it is holiday decorations. I have several neighbors that never put out their Halloween decorations. When I asked 2 of them, they said they were just not into it anymore. Last Christmas was the same. We bought a new house right before the lockdown hit. We haven't had a single trick-or-treater in the new house. We didn't bother decorating this year. It's bumming me out. We used to live in the neighborhood. Kids from the other side of town would drive over to trick-or-treat our neighborhood, and we were the scary house that older siblings would warn their siblings about. I would spend time rigging up drop scares and stuff and sit inside the door triggering them, or wear a costume and prowl through the yard. It was fun. The new place, nothing. Seems like everyone does the trunk or treat kind of stuff now. All the hobbies we picked up during lockdown. I have picked up so many non-social hobbies and stuck with them so well, that I don't even have a social life anymore. I'm basically either at work or home alone doing stuff. A lot of people's trust in the system. Being in retail, and in Australia, it blew my mind how hard it fell apart. Toilet paper went nuts for no reason, but rice, oats, tomato paste etc., flour, and everything that required anything imported just collapsed. We couldn't get cat food in because one of the ingredients needed to be imported. Toothpaste is all made overseas. Even the locally grown canned fruit and veg didn't exist. We could get it from China no problem. But even the major manufacturer here that's only an hour's drive away couldn't even supply a fart. People caring about Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing and Tiger King really define that time period for me. Might give a fuck about working in an office for 8 hours. I'm done. I will only be looking for full-time remote work for the remainder of my days on this planet. Choices, reasonable prices, and the ability to haggle when purchasing a car.